Hello everyone, this is G and I'm back with another video. So I hope everybody's okay. I'm feeling very under the weather. It's Friday, end of the week. And there's so much that I want to get to and cover. It's more stuff that I want to cover than time I realistically have to do it. But I just wanted to get into this briefly because A, it features Jimmy Kimmel. First of all, shout out to Doug Ernst. Um, I've been following him for the past few years now, back dating back to when Comicsgate was a big thing. But yeah, so I came across this and I decided to check out the actual Kimmel clip, which I'm going to play for you all so that you can see what exactly is being said. It's not just me summarizing what they said or not just Doug's take, but actually what the clip says on Jimmy's own channel here, which is about, getting the vaccine if, like me, you haven't done that. Now, as I explained in a video that I made, I think it was yesterday, right, where I discussed a letter that I had received from the New York City Housing Authority, who are more or less my landlords, talking about, they basically gave away my contact info and the contact info of probably most people in NYCHA, which would be what, oh dear God, over 100,000 people easily, right? But gave away our information to the New York City Testing Corp, right? And that we might get a visit from people from the testing corp, right? For our own good. Now I know some people said that's doxing, and while I'm still looking into it, from what I can tell, it's not doxing because doxing would be taking information that is not easily readily made public and making it public, right? It would more or less be searching information that's supposed to be protected and then putting it on something like Facebook, right? Although this testing corp or whatever that is, like any website on in today's world, always has the potential to be hacked and then the information could be leaked, right? But doxing, is, for example, if somebody put my actual address, my actual home address, actual personal phone number, personal email, things like that, information that I do not share readily with others on the internet. If someone did that, that would be doxing me, right? Because that's not information that you're supposed to have, and that's not information I've ever made. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? I've never made that. I have never made that information public, right? And it's not information, generally speaking, most people would make public, right? But for example, if somebody were to like search my name or whatever, that my name is public information, right? It's on Twitter, it's on my YouTube channel, right? So if someone were to use my actual name and be like, hey, and let me look her up, that's not doxing, right? But if somebody were to take the information that they found, for example, and then put private information that I don't make public, like my actual personal address, and make that public, that would be doxing, right? But here's the thing, right? And this is, and as I said in that video, I personally have concerns about getting the vaccine, and I have elected that at least this time to not get the vaccine yet, principally because of medical issues, in particular, blood clots that run in my mother's side of the family, principally among the women of the family, and I don't need to run the risk of getting blood clots. And the Johnson & Johnson one, I believe, was a few weeks ago. They mentioned that there were some people, right, getting blood clots, and now we're told, right, we weren't told previously, but now we're told that even though the possibility is low, they say that it has a possibility of creating blood clots. Right, and I want to be clear, as I've said previously, and I said in that video, I respect and support a person's right to make a decision, especially about something as serious as their own health. And if you are of the opinion, whether you've already gotten the vaccine or whether you're planning to get it, you've got an appointment or whatever, if you decide for your own health that you want to get the vaccine because that's what you feel is the best thing you should do for you and your loved ones, I think that is perfectly fine, and do what you like. If that will if you believe that's the best course of action for you, that's what you should do. What I do not like is stuff like this, right? Let me see if it loads. What I don't like is stuff like this, right? Grow the F up, get the vaccine. These healthcare workers shared their honest thoughts about anti-vaxxers. Here's the thing, first of all. Somebody not getting the vaccine, someone being concerned about the vaccine, is not an anti-vaxxer. An anti-vaxxer would be someone who doesn't get any vaccine at all, right? I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I've gotten plenty of vaccines. I used to take the flu vaccine all the time. I ended up switching to just drinking a lot of herbal and medicinal tea, and I found that worked just as well. But that was for me. But I've taken it. I had no issue taking it, right? That having doubts, right? Having doubts about something that is emergency use and hasn't even gone through the regular standard approval process does not make you an anti-vaxxer. It makes you someone who is rightfully and reasonably skeptical. And again, it's the shaming of it all that pisses me off and gets under my skin. Let me see if this is a move. And then we have this image here of one of the doctors who, keep in mind, if I we're gonna watch the video together, but none of these doctors. Here's what I find funny about this. None of these doctors actually give their names, right? They don't give their names. They don't give what they do exactly, what they specialize in. They talk about how they have degrees and they know this thing or that thing about the human body that the average person doesn't know because they're doctors, right? It's an appeal to authority, right? Listen to the authorities. They're the experts. Yeah, and at times that can be reasonable, but when the authorities are saying grow the F up and get the vaccine and giving you the middle finger, right? When they won't disclose their names and what they do, right? And what their specializations are, right? And when they don't say one word, not one word, I just watched the video, not one word about the Johnson and Johnson vaccine and how it can potentially cause blood clots, regardless of however rare they say it is, right? No mention of that, no mention of any of the actual concerns that a person like me or others who have various reasons for not wanting to get the vaccine yet would and could actually have, right? You don't address any actual concerns. You don't address any actual common, maybe, complaints, right? Or anything like that, or any dissenting opinions or views. You just shame people. And as the saying goes, when the debate is lost, slander is a tool of the loser. So it kind of makes me wonder just how solid Kimmel and these doctors that he conveniently found, because the idea is that, oh, the entire medical community is in agreement, get the vaccine. No, they're not. There is no community ever on anything that is in 100% agreement about anything. I don't even know, and I certainly wouldn't trust the media to tell me the truth about how many people in the medical community and related communities, right, even have faith in the vaccine. How do we even know that getting the vaccine is a majority opinion? We don't know that. We know what they tell us, and I have long been in the habit of questioning what supposed authorities tell me when they can't answer the questions that I have, when they have to resort to uses of force or shame or insults to actually try to get their way, right? Try to shame you or otherwise coerce you into a certain action instead of actually addressing your very real concerns about why you should take this. Because see here, glasses here saying grow the F up and get the vaccine. If I get sick from taking the vaccine, glasses here ain't gonna do jack about jack for me, right? She's not gonna step in and do my job. She's not gonna step in and take care of my responsibilities. She isn't gonna do my shopping. She isn't going to take care of the family member I have to take care of because they're disabled. They're bedbound, right? And I still have to do a lot of things like go shopping, pick up this, pick up that. do the laundry, right? I need to be as healthy and strong as I can be, right? Because I have responsibilities in my life, and Glass is here. If I get sick from taking something she tries to shame me and others into doing, ain't gonna do jack for me. In fact, Glass is here would probably say, "Why did you listen to me? You should have thought for yourself." So screw you, Glasses. But anyway, let's watch the video itself here, right? Watch it in full. See if it plays. Come on, play already.
The United States are now fully vaccinated, which is good. But unfortunately, more than 1 in 4 say they are not planning to get the vaccine ever. 26% of Americans are planning to skip the shot altogether, which is crazy to me. I get that people are skeptical of politicians or celebrities telling them what to do, but we should listen to doctors. These are men and women who've been on the front lines of this thing, risking their lives to save ours, and they're frustrated, and who could blame them? If we don't get more people vaccinated, we could see new mutations of this virus and go through this all over again. And so as a public service, we ask some real doctors to offer their best advice to those who are on the fence about the vaccine, and pay attention because this is important.
I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor, an actual medical doctor.
I've practiced medicine for 21 years.
I am a critical care nurse.
I've been a nurse for 16 years.
I spent 4 years in undergraduate school, then 4 years in medical school,
And then another 5 years as a resident in emergency medicine.
Look at all of my diplomas.
I worked a second job to put myself through nursing school.
I'm 53 now, and I won't have my student loans paid off till well after I retire.
I can name every organ in your body and tell you exactly what it does.
Did you know there are between 60 and 100,000 miles of blood vessels in the human body? I know that because I've studied human bodies.
Did you know the human body has 205 bones? Well, you're wrong. It's actually 206.
I did know that because I'm a doctor.
Did you know that eating raw ginger cures cancer? You did? Good. Because it doesn't.
I've saved people's lives.
I've cracked open a chest and manually beat a human heart.
I've even delivered some babies in the back of cars.
Do you know how many people have shown me weird skin things at parties and asked me if they were dying?
Too many.
My life is spent trying to improve and save yours.
Oh, but you read something on Facebook?
Your friend from high school who sells jewelry, she posted it?
The one who's 53 and still builds dollhouses?
You heard what? On whose podcast?
Is he a doctor? No. Scientist? No.
Can he name one of the ingredients in the vaccine?
Can he point to his gabella?
Then tell him to shut the up. The Bella's right here, by the way.
Isn't that polio shot we gave your kid, and then your kid not getting polio? Well, those two things are related.
How about this?
No,
You do
no,
your job,
because polio
I'll
is
do mine.
Get the vaccine.
Get the vaccine.
Just get the vaccine. Grow the up and get the vaccine.
And tell your friend on Facebook to stick to jewelry.
Thank you, medical professionals. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, click the subscribe button. And if you didn't like it, well, you hurt my feelings.
All right, so that's what they said. I hopefully it was picked up by the speakers. Now, again, the video didn't exactly play the way I wanted it to because, of course, it didn't. But you guys can check it out for yourself. But I think the audio played, and that's the most important part, right? It's what they, in particular, Glasses, has to say. And as you can tell, or if it didn't pick up, you can check out the video for yourself. It'll be linked in the description, right? Not one comment about why people are concerned or why there are more people who have said they won't get the vaccine, right? Than those who have. Nothing actually addressing the real issues about why people, myself included, have concerns about this. It's just all. Oh, I have all these years of experience, and I have all of these degrees, and I'll be in debt for the rest of my life, as if that's something to brag about. Okay, I'm sorry, but if you, first of all, let me point this out because it actually just came to me um, as I was listening to this. Right, Jimmy mentions earlier in the video about how people might be skeptical of listening to politicians or listening to celebrities. Well, guess what? The reason why people are skeptical of listening to celebrities and listening to politicians is one, they constantly and routinely flout, right, their own rules. They break their own rules all the time, right? Gavin Newsom's done it. Dr. Mike has done it. What's her name? Whitney Mitmer or whatever her name is. She's a governor of Massachusetts or Minnesota, one of them, right? And whatnot, Whitmer, whatever her name is, right? Several of them, Cuomo and De Blasio here in New York City, plenty of them have flaunted their own rules, broken their own rules right in our faces. But most importantly, the reason why, at least in my opinion, most people don't want to trust celebrities or politicians on this is because we all know celebrities and politicians are bought and paid for. And now we know that these particular doctors, Glasses and all the other ones who were featured here, are bought and paid for as well. They're bought and paid for by Jimmy Kimmel Live. And we all know Jimmy sold his soul to ABC decades ago. Right? Anti gamer a hole. But anyway, right? But anyway, so all they've done, in my personal opinion, is just defeat their purpose. Because now, guess what? In my opinion, these doctors, not all doctors, but these particular doctors are just like the politicians and the celebrities. They're bought and paid for, and told what to say, and told, more importantly, to not actually address concerns. Just, hey, I'm gonna shame people and call them immature brats while I act like an immature brat. Who else did that recently? Bill Maher! That's right, Bill Maher did it recently when he decided to lash out at people on TikTok. So guess what, Glasses and all the other doctors who appeared in this little ad? I hope, for one, that if you're going to promote the shot, that you've gotten it yourself, because none of you actually state or address that you've gotten the shot, right? Because, you see, I may be a bit slow on the uptake on certain things, but I do listen to also what is not said, what is not addressed. And none of you ever address taking it yourselves. None of you ever flaunt, the COVID card, right? That shows you've gotten the vaccines. And everybody on social media, all the cool kids, show off that they've been vaccinated so they can go to the Krispy Kreme or go to a local hot dog stand or whatever it is, right? To get some sort of junk food they don't need, because apparently we're all overgrown children who need to be rewarded with candy for doing what our parents, in this case the media, the government, Glasses here, uh, tells us to do, right? So finally, in closing, I should say, again, if you got it or if you want to get it, if you feel it's the best choice for you, more power to you. This is not meant in any way to try to stop someone from getting it. That is completely your choice. I don't know your life or your health concerns. Only you do. But I know my life and my health concerns. And that's the one I have to be most concerned about with whatever I put into my body. That's why I don't drink a lot, right? Because I don't want the effects of drunkenness. Because I don't need an effed up liver in 30 years, right? And in this case, these doctors, assuming that there actually really are medical professionals, right? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt here, although they never actually say where they work, what they do, or anything, right? But let's give them the benefit of the doubt. I am not going to listen to any doctor who cannot actually A, speak to me like an adult, B, speak to me with respect, especially if I address them with respect, and C has to rely on shame tactics and relying, or rather calling me immature because I won't do what they say. Because they have not been able to answer my questions and give me the information I need and assuage the fears I have to do as they say. If you cannot explain to me why I should do what you say to do, well then you can look all as cute and kawaii with your glasses as you want, but I'm not going to listen to a damned word you say. So you glasses can grow the F up, grow a spine, grow a backbone, and stop trying to convince people to do something that we're not even sure you did. But anyway, that's the video. Please let me know what you think, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good day or night wherever you are. Bye.